Hello everyone! For the vocabulary and reading modeling discussion, I've gone ahead and chose chapter 18, which is doing a close activity. While this can be done for pretty much any grade level, I'm going to go ahead and base this video on the 3rd grade. So here we go. So, hello class! Over the recent weeks, I know I've been doing running records with each and every one of you, and while y'all have done a fantastic job, I've noticed that a few of you need a little bit of extra help in using context to create meaning. So what we're going to do is go ahead and do what's called a close activity. So all a close activity is I'm going to give you sentences from a passage, and in those sentences there's going to be a few words that are left out or left blank, and it's going to be our job to reread the passage, go through context clues, phonetic clues, and find out what those blanks may be. So let's get started. So the first one I have says, I blank to the blank to buy milk. I walked towards the blank to pay with my blank. So, go ahead and reread that to yourselves real quick, and then I want you guys to take a couple minutes and come up with guesses as to what you think those blanks could be. So go ahead and take a couple minutes, do that, and we'll check back in. So, now that a couple minutes have passed, can anyone tell me guesses they may have? Yes, Johnny. Well, Johnny guesses said went. So, I went is a great guess to the blank. Anyone have another guess? Okay, Ashley. So, Ashley guesses I went to the park. So, park. Well, when reading the rest of the sentence, Ashley, do you go to the park to buy milk? Do you think that really makes a lot of sense, or is there somewhere else you go? Okay, so park doesn't make sense. So go ahead and take a little bit of time while we're going through the rest of this and think of something that may make sense. So, I walked towards the blank to pay with my blank. Does anyone have any really good guesses? No? Everybody's still a little cloudy? Okay. So what I'm going to do next, we've got the first one, but we're still a little cloudy on the remaining 3. So what I want you guys to do is I'm going to go ahead and give you the first letter of each. So give you clues. So use your phonetic clues. So the first blank I'm giving you a S as the first letter. The second blank I'm giving you a R. And the third blank I'm going to give you an M as your first letter. So go ahead and reread the passage, and then we'll come back with our updated guesses. So now that a couple minutes have passed, Johnny, do you have a guess with the S here? No. Store. So Johnny says store. So that's a great guess, because we do go to the store to buy milk. I just want to point out that just because there's a lot of letters that start with S. Does everybody agree? Yeah, a lot of words start with S, but not all of them make sense in every single context. So for instance, if I said snake instead of store, the sentence would read, I went to the snake to buy milk. And that doesn't really make too much sense, because nobody really knows a snake that sells milk as far as I know. So we're going to keep that as store. So the second one, I walked to the blank, we know it starts with an R, to pay with my blank, but we know it starts with an M. Well, Ashley, do you have a guess of what the R or the M might be? Okay, so she doesn't know the R, but the M, she's going to guess money. And why did you guess money? Well, she guessed money because of pay. So, pay with, what's the thing people pay with most often? Is money. So, great job creating that context and filling in the blank there. So now we only have to figure out this R. Well, we know we're in a store, we know we bought milk, and we know we're walking towards something to pay with money. So what's something that starts with an R where we pay at, where we can pay for our milk with money? So Johnny guesses register. Exactly. Now, rock starts with an R, Johnny, so why doesn't rock fit in this sentence? Good, because you can't walk towards a rock. I guess you could, but it doesn't really make sense to walk towards a rock to pay with money. So we want to make sure we're getting the correct word in that actually fits in with the story while using our context clues, while using our phonetic clues if we need to. If we need to get a little extra clue like we did to get that first letter to figure out the word, that's fine. So, now, last but not least, what I want you all to do is reread the entire passage, and then we're going to make sure it all fits. So, I went to the store to buy milk. Well, that makes sense. I walked towards the register to pay with money. That also makes sense. So there you have it. There's a good close activity for all of you. So we'll be doing this periodically. We'll be doing an assessment every now and then to make sure we're on track and to make sure we're making progress. And through the use of handwritten ones, we also have some on the computers that you guys will be able to use and save our data. So there you have it, Chapter 18, Close Activities.